Welcome to Thriving in Multifamily, a visionary podcast brought to you by the Multifamily Media Network. Join in as we explore motivation, inspiration, and engage in thought-provoking conversations. We provide actionable ideas to help you establish a solid foundation to achieve your career goals. I am your host, Lissi Daniels, and I'm excited to bring you inspiring stories that will empower you to reach your full potential. Good morning, and welcome to Thriving in Multifamily and in Life. I am your host, Lissi Daniels, and we are on part 4 of unraveling this journey of mine. And hopefully throughout part 1, 2, and 3, you guys get a little gifs of the shortcomings, the pitfalls, the upcomings, and still me trying to get into the season of thriving, even when days do not feel like it. And let me tell you, that was yesterday. I had one of those days where it just felt like life was just hitting me on the shoulders, and everything that I thought that I was progressing, still some days I still feel like I have my setbacks. So I wanted to kind of like really get on here and do some real talk and have those real conversations, because again, life is not all about the glitz and the glory and succeeding and being successful wherever you're at, especially for individuals who have gone through some serious challenges in their life and still trying to overcome that. And I promise you one day it's all going to come together and it's going to have a bigger purpose than the impact that I desire or hope truly for myself. But where I'm at, so right now, if I can take the little bit of nuggets that keeps me going through this to help you out there, that, which I call my friends out there, and that makes me feel like I'm moving in purpose, if in the same series. So anyway, so we were talking about the thriving, how to stay present in the moment, how to overcome certain self-doubt, overthinking, perfectionism was the last one, and really about what is time, and also not rushing the process about what your destination matters where you're at currently too. But what I wanted to dive in this week was really about how to continue to thrive in the journey. You know, I have family that always say you're in survival mode. And let me tell you, I never really knew the gist of that. And yes, I am in survival mode, but isn't there one day or one time where you're just done with surviving and you just want to thrive back to where you thought you were, you know, before this challenging season, the season where you were probably laid down and sat down and said, you know what, we got to think, you got to be still, you got to listen to me. It's God speaking to you, and your own personal relationship of that, and understanding what his true purpose is for you. I've been reading a lot and listening to a lot of different things to help keep me motivated in that sense. And something that stuck out to me that kind of will tie in this episode is your presence has purpose, right? Just you being you truly aligns in whatever your purpose that is. So even though you're not in a place where you may want to be at, or you're still growing, just know you still have purpose, because you are getting up every single morning to see a new day. And that's what's driving you to the next day. And I have to keep myself reminded on that, especially on times where I feel where I have the frustrations of doubts and the not understanding what phase I'm in, or what's next, or what do I have to continue to do or work towards or learn or unlearn within the season I'm currently in. And that can be really tough at times. So that's the challenge of rebuilding, especially if you're rebuilding from an area of where you're not used to, of ground up, whether that is you stepped out on faith within your career, whether your business folded, whether your things did not pan out the way you thought it was, maybe, work kind of slowed down, or maybe got laid off, or maybe you're just going through just a hard season, no matter what it is. It's never easy to rebuild and start fresh. And sometimes you don't even know the answers of how you're going to do that. And sometimes I don't even know the answers of that, but I can also just give you hope, what keeps me going every single day. And this is just really about where I'm at right now in the true, real moment of true authenticity and honesty, because I think that's how we can be relatable, but we can grow together. And then we'll see where this ending vision goes. I always have these big dreams in my spirit, and I know they're in there for a reason. It's just, where's it going to go? What's it going to do? And it's a constant reminding myself to not fall down, but to keep myself up. So, get up, put those 2 feet on the ground and be grateful for your new day. You're still here to have another new day of starting over and changing your outlook, your attitude. Remember, changing those thoughts, and focusing on the things that is, what you love. And that's just taking it one day at a time, right? So that's that shifting that perspective in that sense. What are you learning? What are you growing? What do you have to be patient with? Trust me, I have to be patient. And there's times where I just do not even want to be patient. Because we're so instant gratification, right? We want it now, today. Well, you know what? I did this. So why is it not turning out to be in the way I'm supposed to be? And when you go through a lot in one season, for like instance with mines where I had to relocate, I had a lot of loss, from my grandmother's loss, from my uncle's loss, from, just home loss, family, situation, discord, challenges, to where everything I thought I knew from prior to that to where I'm at now has been a very eye-opening experience, linked to humbling experience as well. And it's really hard to open up and talk about your life and be vulnerable about that, because there is all these perceptions of what people think. And at the end of the day, you can only be focused on you. Okay. And that's really with encouraging, why I have that heart to encourage others and to let you know when you feel stuck in those moments, or you feel like that nothing's going to change, just look deep within yourself. And with me, it's my faith that keeps me moving, my faith that keeps me strong, even on days where I'm upset or days where I have my moments of boohoo crying. I'm constantly looking up and just saying, okay, God, I'm frustrated. I'm mad. I don't understand, but I know you got me, right? I know you got me, and I know I'm going to get through this every single moment. And that's me having constant conversations throughout the day, right? So that's okay. That's your relationship with however it is, and constant praying and just truly believing that the outcome is always greater and far better than where you're at currently. That's that different perspective and mind shift that you got to kind of work towards, and having that group of network and support of your family and friends. And even, like I always say, take care of your mental health, and having, if you need to go to therapy, that's just as important as well too. So this is where I'm at right now. These are the challenges that I kind of am going through with the rebuilding, and where I thought my journey was going to be as this huge speaker on stages. I mean, it's not that I hadn't got there and done it. It's just, I still got some more room to grow and build on that. And now being able to have this platform to share and talk about stories, I think is another level that I'm grateful for. So count those small wins. They're just as important as the large wins. So it keeps you grounded too. And then you don't get upset when things doesn't go your way. And then shifting your perspective, right? When am I growing through this? When am I learning through this? What is it teaching me? And, and also knowing that even though you're in a rebuilding phase, it's okay, because there is a light. I promise you, it's going to come. Just take it one step at a time. That's all I can really truly share and say, is to take that one step at a time. Don't rush the process. Trust me, because yesterday I wanted to rush the process, because I was in my mood. I was stuck, and it took me all day to get out of it. And I had to wake up today. And even today, to be honest with you, I had that little twinge of a moment where I was stuck, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get out of it, and I'm going to push through. I'm going to get myself together, and we're going to record, and I'm going to talk about it, and we're going to be real. So always remember that this is still becoming. This is the phase of still becoming who you're meant to be. So just know that you can do it. Know that you just have to have the faith to keep going each and every day on those next steps of your journey. And always remember to give yourself grace. I truly hope that everything that I mentioned encourage you or inspires you to know that you're not the only one. We are going through this together, and always keep pressing forward and never stop believing and keep going. That's all I can say is keep going. Well, thank you for tuning in to Thriving in Multifamily and Life, my part 4 series of my journey. Stay tuned for the next one. Talk to you guys soon. Thank you for tuning in to Thriving in Multifamily, a visionary podcast. I hope our conversations have inspired you to act and achieve your career goals. Remember, the key to success is to continue learning and growing. And as always, stay visionary. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, and subscribe. Visit multifamilymedianetwork.com to learn more about our industry podcast, thought pieces, and sponsorship opportunities.